Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the JJRC H5C. This is basically a rebranded version of the Syma X5C. Pretty much the exact same in every way. It's got a little bit different color LED panels here and kind of has like a wood grain texture on it. I don't know if my camera will really pick that up. You can kind of see there it's got like this wood grain pattern in it. But otherwise it's pretty much exactly the same. It's a few dollars cheaper than the Syma, but I did find that this has a little bit shorter flight times for some reason. Not exactly sure why it would have shorter flight times. Same camera, same angle that I complained about with the Syma X5C. They haven't changed that. They didn't make it adjustable or anything. Let's get the X5C here just so you can see comparison. I've got the prop guards on the X5C, but not on the H5C. But I mean, you can see they are the exact same thing. I mean, in every way. I haven't found any differences other than these LED panels. Actually, they're the same color, but the H5C, this is the Syma I'm pointing to here on the left, they're kind of a clouded, whereas the H5C are like a clear plastic. So this actually on the Syma works better to kind of diffuse the LEDs and make them a little bit like, it kind of shows up as one big bar there, whereas with this clear plastic you can see the pinpoints of where the LEDs are, so it doesn't have as bright of an appearance to me. So I thought that was kind of a weird call. And also you'll notice on the Syma prop guards here, they plug in nice and flush. Well, let me show you the prop guards for the H5C here, which I don't know if this was a manufacturing flaw or what the deal is, but you'll see it's kind of got this little ridge on the plug there. So when you plug it in to the quad, let's see if I can get that to work. There we go. So now that plug there hits and they don't really plug in right. You've got to like wedge the prop guard forward a lot and then kind of force the screw in there, and even then it didn't really ever grip quite right. I'd end up with the prop guards coming off or coming unscrewed, a screw pulling out. So I don't know what the thinking was there. I don't know why they did that with that prop guard little piece on the plastic there. So that was kind of weird. So I've basically not used the prop guards much on this. But anyway, so it comes with a spare set of props, a screwdriver, comes with your USB card reader, and it does have a 2 gigabyte, I believe, micro SD card. Yeah, 2 gigabyte micro SD card there, comes pre-installed in the camera. And this is a 2 megapixel HD 720p camera. Not, super quality, but it's, amongst the best that you normally get these days with the built-in cameras. USB charging cable, and then a 500 milliamp hour battery. And your flight times are anywhere from about 6 to 8 minutes, depending on, what, combination of things you have installed. The camera takes about 1 minute flight time off. The prop guards take about 30 seconds flight time off. And the landing gear takes about 15 seconds flight time off. I was not able to find out how to recalibrate the accelerometer at all. You've got your battery compartment here, so you can plug the battery in, and then it's got an on-off switch, so that's nice. You can plug in the battery without it immediately turning on, and you can get everything set up and turn on the on switch when you're ready to go. Transmitter's pretty decent, kind of your standard hobby grade style transmitter. Even the Syma X5C transmitter is fairly similar, so even here there's not really much difference. I still don't really see the reason to get the H5C over the X5C. They're pretty much exactly the same. But one of the main problems I had with the H5C is both of the shoulder buttons do the exact same thing. The instruction manual said that the left was supposed to change rates, I believe, and then the right was supposed to be your camera or flip button, depending on, you know, if you had the camera on or not. But I found that both buttons do the exact same thing and they work everything. So when you've got the camera on and, you know, plugged in, both buttons, if you tap it, it'll take a picture. If you press and hold it, it'll start videoing. Or if you press it and then while you're holding it, you move the right stick, it'll do a flip. And so since clicking it takes a picture, or clicking it and then moving the right stick makes it flip, every time you do a flip, it initiates a picture as it does the flip. So that's kind of funny that it does that. But I was unable to find out how to make it change from high to low rates, and it seems like it's stuck in low rates. So there is no high rates for this. So that's another factor that basically puts the Syma X5C above this, because you can at least change rates on that, whereas on this you're stuck in low rates. So that's really weird to me. Let's see, what else did I have to say about it? Oh, the camera will turn off after a few minutes of inactivity. Like, if you're flying around and you don't start filming right away, the camera will just turn off, and then you aren't able to film at all later in the flight. So you have to use your camera like right away, or it turns itself off, which was really weird to me. I don't know why it would do that. So, you know, if you fly for like 2 minutes and never use the camera, it's going to turn itself off, and then you can't use the camera for the rest of the flight. So that was a really bizarre thing. Let's see if there's anything else to say. There's no LVC warning, or if there is, it's like at the very last second. Not much of a warning to get it back to yourself, which is kind of dangerous for an aerial video quad. You know, if you're up high filming and LVC is about to kick in, it's going to come falling down on you. So you got to be pretty careful monitoring your flight times and make sure to get it back to you, because it's not going to let you know when the battery's about to die. But otherwise, it flies pretty much the same as the Syma X5C, pretty much same flight characteristics. So I don't think I'm going to go into, doing a bunch of different flight videos of this like I did with the X5C. I think I'll fly it just like this, without the prop guards, but with the camera on, show you how it flies like this, and we'll do some sample footage from the camera to show you what that looks like. So let's go check that out. Alright, got the JJRC H5C out for its outdoor flight, and do some filming. See how she does. Only got low rates, and there's a little bit of a breeze out today, so we'll see what happens. I think, there we go, now I think it's filming. If you press the button for too long, it doesn't start filming, so really weird on the controls here. And then again, I've got no rate changes, so only low rates, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much wind fighting with that, so hopefully the wind kind of stays a bit calm like it is right now. But this flies pretty much the same as the Syma X5C, so you can watch my review of that to get a better idea of all the different kind of flying styles it can do. Though, of course, without having the high rates, it can't do quite the sporty flying and the light mode that the Syma X5C can. Let's try some flips. Oh, got a car coming. Yeah, wind's kicked up a little bit now. Oh, looks like the camera turned off when I did that flip. Man, this thing is so weird with the buttons. So yeah, I got the camera back on now. So you can flip when you're recording, but if you do it, it turns the camera off because you press both buttons, operate the camera and flips. So I don't know what they were thinking, or if they just completely forgot. Oh man, that truck snuck up on me out of nowhere. I didn't know where that guy came from. How's the truck so quiet? Anyway, lots of traffic on this Sunday afternoon. It flies really nice though, really smooth. is really stable too. Like indoors, it can hold a hover really nice. Let's see, the wind's kind of calmed down right now. Let's just try to kind of just, I've got to hold it a little bit into the wind, but and as you can see, it stays pretty nice and stable. Sure would be nice if I had high rates though. Having some trouble there flying into the wind. That's full speed ahead into the wind. Definitely don't want to try climbing too high and filming with the only having low rates and not knowing what kind of wind I've got up there. Give it a little bit of height. Yeah, the wind's pushing it around. Alright, bring her back down. Not bad, not bad. Still don't see any reason to buy this over the Syma X5C. I mean, the Syma is a few dollars more expensive, but to have the option to fly in high rates and a little bit longer flight times, for whatever reason that is, I don't understand why it has longer flights, but I think it's worth the few extra dollars to just get the Syma. I don't think JJRC did enough to improve with this one, or they really messed up with the buttons on the transmitter. Alright, well I think that's a good flight demo, so let's go ahead and bring it in. Let's stop the camera, there we go, and bring it in for landing. Nice and smooth. Not bad. Oops, kicking sticks around. Alright, well there we go. That's the JJRC H5C, a little Syma X5C clone or rebrand or whatever it is. Alright, well check the video description for price and purchase links if you want to get one for yourself. And I thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.